Okay, this is the FanAd daily video for July 26th. Let's assume these three games that we're featuring today, as always, are in a fantasy contest that you're joining, and let's go through and try to identify our pitchers, or pitcher, and our sluggers. Now, I want to point out that the FanAd's purpose and the way it's best used is not to try to tell you what players, the actual level, we don't get the detail level of which players to actually use. What we want to do is point you to games where we think the pitcher will do well, and games where we think there will be sluggers from the team that will either hit home runs or the team should get a lot of hits. Now, who you pick from that team is up to you, because the only way you're going to get separation is to pick a few players that other people may not pick. So if we show you a game where we think the lineup should hit well, you might want to take a few obscure players that are in the lineup for the day and hope that they hit well. So let's start on these games. Always looking for, the first thing you want to look for is blue or red indicators. Red is bad, blue is good. We just try to point those out to you by coloring them. So let's start with the PR plus. That's the pitcher rating plus. And what the plus means is that we're considering the matchup, the weather conditions, the umpire, etc. So it considers the conditions of the matchup, whereas right next door to it here, the PR, that's just the static pitcher rating, and that's just derived from the sabermetrics, the static sabermetrics. That would be the same no matter who the pitcher is facing. The PR plus is considering the actual team they're facing today, and like I say, the weather conditions of the umpire. So the first thing we want to do is try to find a pitcher with good blue indicators. So let's just start at the top here. Alex Cobb, that's a decent rating, but it's decent PR plus. But we're probably going to look elsewhere. Let's go down here. We've got a PR plus of 99 for Severino. But what we like about Severino is that he's got a good strikeout rating. We know that strikeouts are important, and today the FanAd's predicting that Severino does get several strikeouts, whereas go up here at Alex Cobb, he doesn't have a great strikeout rating. So we want to try to find someone that we think is going to get a lot of strikeouts for the day. If we go down here, we've got a nice blue PR plus, a high PR plus for Carrasco. Problem is his recency isn't good. He's got a poor recency. His strikeout rating is okay. So we're probably going to zero in on using, I think we're going to take a chance probably on Severino for the Yankees. So let's say we use the pitcher. We've identified, so we're going to use our pitcher Severino. If you want to go a little deeper, you can put a couple entries in. Maybe you put an entry in for one with Tampa's pitcher, one with New York Yankees, one with Cleveland. If you're going to put 3 entries in your contest, obviously it should be pretty obvious anyway that we don't want to use the pitchers from Baltimore. He's got a low PR plus. Obviously not Cincinnati. This is a horrible PR plus. I haven't seen him that low very often. And the Angels also a low PR plus. Now I want to point out with the Angels, this indicator over here, this erratic, what erratic means is that this pitcher can pitch really poorly or can pitch out of this world good. So he could throw in a good game today. We just don't know. It's not worth us taking him unless maybe you use him on one entry. Yeah, I could see maybe doing that, but we don't want to take the risk if we're just putting in one entry that he because his recency is poor, so it doesn't look like he's, on a good trend. But who knows? He could throw in a good one today. So if we're putting in one entry in, we're going to go with Severino for New York Yankees for a pitcher. Now we look for sluggers. You want to find sluggers or take players on the roster from teams that are facing a poor pitcher. So we want to have sluggers either from Tampa, Yankees, or Cleveland, because they're all facing pitchers that don't appear to be like they're going to pitch a good game today. But what really sticks out to us is this low PR plus for the Cincinnati. So we're going to take the Yankees, several sluggers from the Yankees. Also, it's important to look at the home run rating. The Yankees have the highest home run rating today, indicating that we expect a few home runs to be hit. So we're going to load up on sluggers from New York Yankees. We'll take some sluggers from Tampa because they're, again, facing a bad pitcher and awful recency. So we expect there to be some good hitting in that game, and maybe a few from Cleveland. The last thing I want to point out here is the bullpen. It's important to consider the bullpen for 2 reasons. One, if you have a pitcher going, and the pitcher is ahead and he leaves the game, you want a good bullpen backing him up because you want to get the win because you get points for the win. So you want good bullpens. So again, if you look at Severino, 7 is the bullpen. So when Severino leaves the game, you'll probably still get some good pitching out of the bullpen. So hopefully Severino gets the win. And also when you're looking at the bullpen, these are pretty good today, but you want to pick sluggers against a team that has hopefully a poor pitcher and a poor bullpen rank. That way you can get hitting to last through the whole game once the bullpen takes over. I'm going to close it down there. I do want to mention that if you want the full FanAd, there's a big red button right below this video you can click on. And if you want these 3 games emailed to you plus a bonus game, you can submit your email address. There's also a place to do that below this video. Good luck in your games, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow, Thursday the 27th.